I guess we'll open it up for questions directed at anybody between coastal, environmental, or animal. Yeah, go ahead.
I just have one question. When you were showing the heat exhaustion video, I wasn't hearing any audio. Was there was audio?
Definitely there was audio.
Okay, maybe
apologize.
That's okay.
Did anybody hear the audio?
No.
No.
Oh, that's really weird. That's unfortunate. We can definitely share that entire video. It's shareable through Canva. I can just send the entire thing.
Good. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
It sounds like we missed a bit of the contact, so thank you.
Hey, Jen,
So
I
this
just
is
want.
Nanette.
Sorry, just real quick, Nanette. This is Chief Etheridge, Andy Etheridge from Beach Safety. Although we're no longer doing enforcement of violations on the beach, we do have extensive experience and knowledge dealing with owners and other people violating other beach ordinances. So we did put our phone number on there, the direct access to our control tower that is directly right in the middle of the beach, the Dog Beach area. That will be your quickest access to help if you run into something that is causing a problem or something that you need to report. It is not necessarily for emergencies. Obviously, if you have an emergency, dial 911, and that's for any emergencies that you think require immediate assistance. That'll get you the most appropriate assistance, whether it's medical, whether it's a disturbance, whether it's a dog in an emergency situation. So just make sure that you're calling the right number if you have the right for the right problem. Additionally, our beach headquarters number was on there, the 239-6414 number. That'll get you additional help if for some reason nobody answers the phone number at the Ormond station. You can also walk up to the station. That control tower is manned usually from about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning until 6:30 at night during the summers. So you're going to have plenty of access to beach safety for assistance if you have any issues. We will vet any issues that you bring to us to determine whether we need to notify the sheriff's office. If we do, we'll just get them on the radio and we'll get them there as soon as possible. Again, if you call 911 for an issue, the 911 dispatcher will vet the appropriate response for that. So you may get beach safety, you may get the sheriff's office. One thing I can tell you through our experience dealing with folks who are violating some ordinances, they're not always going to cooperate. So one thing we want to stress is that if you are out there and you see a potential violation or something that you think may need some official response to, try to de-escalate it. Don't try and get into any kind of a back and forth with these folks, and give them space and contact the authorities and let us handle those things. Giving information is absolutely 100% appreciated. We all want this to be a success, but we don't want issues evolving into something that is unmanageable or something that could become dangerous. So by all means, if you have a conversation with somebody and you feel like it is turning into something that is no longer tenable to handle on the scene, back off, contact one of us, and we'll come down and we'll help de-escalate that situation, and we'll get the appropriate authorities in place to handle that situation. And I'm here for any other questions you might have.
Yeah, and Andy, thank you for that. This is Nanette.
I think
you.
Nanette,
We talked about having.
I think you
I'm
logged
sorry.
up on us. We didn't hear what you said.
Okay. Well, when we had the meeting a few months ago, one of the things was that we did talk about having a single point of contact, which I think Andy, that's what you were saying, Andy, that would be typically beach safety, and or unless it was an emergency, the 911. But am I correct? Is that what you were saying, is that we should go to beach?
Yes, we're going to be your most direct point of contact, just because geographically our beach safety substation is right there, right in the middle of the dog beach. So, and that goes for, for that specific area up there in Ormond. The other ones, as usual, the 239-6414 goes right to our beach headquarters. But if you call any of those numbers, if you're anywhere on the beach, any one of those, if you describe where you're at and what the problem is, we'll be able to get you the appropriate response.
Right. And for the sake of us being
consistent,
consistent,
I would prefer
that we go with one point of contact other than an emergency with 911. The other thing that was stressed to us by Suzanne was that she really did not want us getting too much involved in trying to resolve issues versus, we're there, we call ourselves ambassadors. We want to be able to give information if people want to engage us. Our goal is to keep that beach clean so that if somebody doesn't clean up, we're going to clean up. If we see, people have dug in the sand and we're concerned about the turtles, we'll fill in the sand. We've been doing that anyway. So that's the kind of role I see us playing, is more just being the eyes and ears, and again, being friendly neighbors out there, giving information when people are open to it. But we don't want to be policing the situation or get ourselves in trouble. So that's one thing. I did have a question. There was talk about whether or not animal control would have a presence in that area certain days and certain times. Has that been decided?
Yes, actually, we are in the process of onboarding a coastal ACO that we will be reassigning specifically to the beach at the beginning until we can get 2 part-time animal control officers hired and appointed to be specifically working the beach. Our goal here by having 2 part-times is so that we would have at least a minimum of 5 to 6 hours a day, an animal control officer present each day. At this time, we're not going to be able to commit that many days. However, we will be able to commit 40 hours once that we get this ACO on board and trained. For the time being, the first week, we do actually have animal control officers who are normally working out in the field, who are going to be reassigned for their day of duty to be working the beach, because we expect there to be a high influx that first week or so.
Right. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I really liked that you have the reporting, I forget what you called it, but the reporting kind of spreadsheet. We are actually looking at finding a way for our volunteers to be able to go on, sign up for when they can volunteer, and us to track that time. Whoever came up with your spreadsheet, I would be very interested in having maybe some more in-depth discussion, because maybe what you want us to do will actually serve our purposes too. So, Alicia, maybe that's something either you or Dylan would contact me at a later time and we can talk through some of that.
Sure, that would be great, Nina. And we also have a data reporting system that may be able to record your volunteers.
Okay, perfect. Because I've been researching like crazy, trying to find the right thing, and we're trying to get one that does what we want, but without us spending every dime that we have on it. So we would love to talk to you about that. I'd love to talk about that.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. We're excited. We had a training of our volunteers. Now we were waiting for this one. I will, at some point, I hope somebody will share with us how we can access this training. Because I do know there are people that came to our initial training that we did that weren't able to make this one. And I anticipate we will have people continuing wanting to be volunteers. So at some point, somebody needs to communicate with me. How can we provide this training and then document it back, who has taken the training. We will hold ourselves accountable to that. We just need to know how to best deliver it.
As far as I know right now, Dana is the point of contact for that. She's gonna be putting this together at the end and then sharing it. Is
Okay.
that right?
That would be
Okay.
great. She's been wonderful. Yeah, so that would be great. Yeah,
Yes.
we're excited. Like I said, we're pulling it all together. We got buckets. We're going to be cleaning up that beach. We're hoping it's going to be the cleanest beach in Volusia County, whether it's left over from dogs or stuff left from people. So we really want to be part of, being part of the beach community and taking it even to higher levels, hopefully.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. I don't know if you probably already know about, we have a online beach cleanup, a way to report your efforts. If you don't have
Yes.
that, I can follow up with you, but yeah, that'd be great if you could continue to do that. And for all your past cleanups, we really appreciate that as well. There was one thing I did notice today. I looked on your website and it looks like it might be ready for some updates regarding this section of beach that's opening. It just happened to be the one page that talked about the 3 areas, and it said that you were going to update it. And what else did I see? Oh, and the other thing I was going to invite, I know you guys are primarily volunteering here at this dog beach, but we do occasionally need volunteers in the inlet park when we have beach nesting birds. And a lot of the education is going to be really similar. We usually put up a cordoned off area that's restricted where people can't come inside that area. But it is helpful to have somebody there just to explain why. So that might be of interest to some of your volunteers. I just wanted to mention it.
Okay, well, let us get started here.
Yeah.
And get everything moving as well as we hope it will. And then certainly there's opportunity to continue to partner in expanded ways.
Yeah.
And then I assume I'll go through Dana to find out who actually took the training, because we are holding ourselves to this. Everybody has to do our training, your training. We have waivers that we require. And so if I can get that, I guess, from Dana to find out who was actually online today, that will be helpful.
I think so. Everybody's name shows up except for one person is connected with a phone number. It's a 407 number. So she might not need help figuring out who that person is, but otherwise names are here.
Okay. And I have a lot of phone numbers for our volunteers. They have to fill out forms, so I might be able to help figure that out too.
Okay.
And one more
drop
thing.
off before I got their name. 2 guests have dropped off before I could get their name.
Okay.
Nanette, I don't know if you have seen, I'm sure you probably have, we are doing the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yes.
Just whoever's online here now, any help at all, volunteer wise, we will be out there on that day for sure to hand out some goodies and whatnot.
Yeah, I've actually been working with the county on the ribbon cutting. We have a lot of sponsors as well that have been sponsoring the dog dispensers, and quite a few of them would like to be out there with free giveaways. Our organization also has a whole doggy bag full of free giveaways that we're giving out. We have one of our sponsors who's going to bring games like spinning wheels for prizes and things like that. I've sent an email actually this morning updating your communications director and Dave Hunt. So we'll make sure that we have permission for all this, but we plan on being there, and we are encouraging all we call them paw ambassadors, all those that can be there that day. We are asking them to come. We're getting them shirts made, so you'll know who they are. And if there's any specific things that you feel you need help with, let us know. And we can maybe
Sure.
assign people to certain things ahead of time.
That would be great. We're going to be kind of splitting hairs that day. We have the fairgrounds that we're going to have to be present at, as well as a cat show
Yeah.
and then dogs on the beach. So our plans are to hand out some goodies. One of the goodies is going to be, we're bringing some pup cream to hand out. So hopefully it'll be a hot day.
Is this for the paws? Is this for the paws? The puff cream?
No, it's doggy ice cream. It's a doggy
Oh,
treat.
ice cream. Oh, okay. Well, we haven't thought of that one, so thank you. That's great.
Well,
Yeah.
I just making sure nobody else ends up bringing it also. We've got that taken care of. So, yeah, if anybody's able to help us over at the animal control, we'll have the trailer and all of the trucks out there. So if you want to send somebody over to give us a hand, we'd be very grateful for it.
Okay, and I actually have some things I will bring to you. Prior, when we were at events, we did get information from animal control. So I have quite a few of your pamphlets, which I think are probably still up to date. And I will certainly bring those to you that day to return to you and add to your stash of things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Alicia, I don't think we're gonna have any staff available out there, but maybe I could give you some of those other brochures and pamphlets that we have
Sure.
to take. Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, and if you have any of those brochures that you mentioned passing out, we're glad to get them. I know Suzanne had actually encouraged us not to be handing out a lot of paper because it could just be something people throw around and then we got to pick it up anyway. So everything, on the doggy baskets goes to QR codes for the dog rules and that nature. But if there are things you would like us to pass out, just get them probably to me, because then from there I can get them to our volunteers.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
question. How early are you going to be setting up so we can be there to help you set up on Saturday?
Well, it starts at 9, so I'm expecting that we'll probably be out there probably no later than 8 a.m.
Okay. I will try to be there at 8 to help.
Thank you so much.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay.
I don't think
Well,
so. We're just ready to go.
Yeah, and, we're excited. We're excited too. So we're glad that you could listen in and learn all this stuff, and we got to meet you face to face, sort of. All right. Well, with that, I guess I'll let everybody go. And Dana, you'll be following up. That's where we're leaving off. Okay.
Yep, that is correct. All right.
Okay.
Y'all have a good
Oh, there
day.
you go,
Yep.
Dana. Yeah, thank you, Dana. You've been wonderful.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank y'all.
Bye.
Bye.